But you know, Tracy, you sit here and ask, at 28, would it do any good? Because can you do anything at 28 the same way you could when you were 17?
No, you can get better. I mean, you know, look at Martina Navratilova. What'd she play till? She was still winning Grand Slams. Steffi was still winning Grand Slams at 28.
Do you think they were, if we look at the America Online Go Cam?
You've got to be thinking you can still get better. And Monica still thinks that she can go far in Grand Slams, maybe take one still. She said, otherwise, I wouldn't be out here working so hard.
No, absolutely. That's the mindset. But let's be realistic here. She can't be the same player she was, right?
15 all.
Well, she's not going to be that age, but she still has the same game. She could get a little more fit. She's not reached the final of a Grand Slam since the '98 French. But she still has that same unbelievable mental toughness. And that's just something that's tougher to improve on. And the stakes are high. She still goes for those lines. Good hands from Venus because her drop shot was a bit deep.
30 all.
Look at the hands there from Monica Seles, that wrist action to create the angle. But again, that's tough running up to that drop shot with the two hands. It just makes you have to get all the way up to that shot. Serve. Monica talked about the fact that she feels that the wind swirls a lot more here on Ash Stadium than the other two stadiums.
Thank you. Quiet, please.
First double.
Monica's serve is also tougher when it's coming in well because of the lefty spin. Mike Sell in the navy blue hat. Monica's coach, a little over a year. There she goes, gets up off that baseline, moves forward. She gets a short shot like that, rarely has to hit the volley.
Advantage Williams.
You know, Monica's not really comfortable, Ted, when she gets up there, and it's funny because she talks about it. She says, when I'm in practice, she goes, people can't believe how well I volley. I mean, even Billie Jean King, Fed Cup coach, talks about that, how well she volleys, and she said, I just don't make that transition into a match.
Well, she's fighting in this game, knowing she can't give any more to Venus.
Good depth there. Like that. Mixed it up with some slice. You rarely see. A little change of pace.
Advantage Seles.
Good play.
Good play. It worked. I mean, Venus was getting in a groove, but that waist level shot.
It's a nice fight. Nice battle for Seles to hold, keep the second set on serve.
15 love.
That's not a nice nickname.
I hear he wears it proudly, though.
Okay. Just so he likes it.
He likes it.
I wouldn't like that nickname.
Big server. Great returner. Should be a good battle tonight. You know, Monica Seles is righted the ship a little bit in this second set after getting rolled over in the first set. Another part of a teenage phenomenon.
32 titles before 20.
See, you just turned 20 a little bit too fast.
I'll pay you for that later, Greg Picker. Producer.
What was your first one? 14?
First one was 14. I just turned 14. Nice to have that big serve, 118 miles per hour.
She's hit 121 in this match, has Venus.
127, her fastest ever, fastest in the women's game. It was interesting what Benny Sims, Chanda's coach, talked about. He thought that you know, Venus has that big serve and Chanda needed to get that return back, but then he felt that the Chanda was somewhat equal from the backcourt, moved well.
Game Williams.
And Chanda, you got to give her a lot of credit. She played a terrific match.
3-all.
So 3-all, second set.
Let's take a look at Venus's serve. Leans back with a toe. Gets good racket acceleration. The head goes to the left a little bit too much for me. Sometimes it gets pulled down too quickly, and she pulls that ball down into the net. She knows it. She's talked about it.
Well, more appropriately, why is her, I mean, for someone who's so good, why is her second serve a weakness?
I don't think she has enough topspin on it. She kind of slices it and doesn't accelerate the racket. You want to keep that racket head speed the same. You're just adding topspin to it for more safety. And Serena has great topspin serve. Same racket head speed. She brushes up on the ball and goes about, what, a couple, 2-3 feet over the net and then back down deep, and it's tough to attack.
Now here's where Seles faces another battle at love 33-all.
Venus looking to move forward. I mean, Venus talks about the fact that she can still improve her game, and you know, I think that's a compliment, saying she's so great now, but she can still come to the net more. So tough to pass. With long arms, so fast. You know, it's going to be tough to get it over her head.
Oh. So there's the break for Venus Williams. She's now up 4-3 in the second.
Williams 4-3.
A wonderful collision coming out here at Ash Stadium tomorrow night. Not long ago, Pete Sampras was the young American champion. Andy Roddick hopes to be next. And they meet on their biggest stage ever tomorrow night.
Two very different places in their careers. Love 15 on a Venus Williams double fault. It's her first double tonight. And that's her bread and butter, Monica Seles, the return. That serve wasn't that deep, wasn't that hard. Sometimes when you're this far behind, you start forcing.
And that's what they do, right? Both Venus and Serena force you to think that way.
To start to overhit because they chase down so many balls. I feel like you've hit 2 or 3 winners per point.
30-15.
Venus hit that shot right down the middle. Monica was there. This crowd, they want a longer match. Monica gets the cheers everywhere she goes.
For sure.
Monica says I remember early in my career when I was playing Martina Navratilova, who was at the end, and she would get all the cheers. And I remember thinking, gosh, I wonder if that'll happen to me when I get older. Now it's flipped.
It has.
40-30.
One of the great things about Monica Seles, one of the many admirable things, is how well she's treating younger players on tour, serving as an unofficial mentor. She says she remembers that she wasn't always given such favorable treatment when she first started.
Those out of the air, and that's when she's playing her best. It's when she's on the baseline like she was that point, hitting early, not allowing her opponent to have much time to react. And when she sees that they're in trouble, takes this one out of the air. Too often she'll let this one bounce and the point goes back to neutral.
So second serve coming at deuce. Well, it's late for Seles, but she finally has her first chance to break.
Paper flying on the court. Ace number 5, not only 112 miles an hour, but to able to get that angle on the high part of the net in the ad court. Takes height. Became a good shot because Monica had to move forward. She likes to move laterally along the baseline. Doesn't like to be forced to move forward.
And now on this game point, we'll watch from the America Online Go Cam. And you get an idea how tough it is to face the serve of Venus Williams. And she's now 1 game from the semis.
Williams leads 5-3.
So much change
out of that game.
Yeah. So much changed for this tennis family on this court 3 years ago when Serena unexpectedly won the Open. Serena said that's the one that motivated Venus. In the summer of 2000, Venus turned her game around. She was dominant for 1.5 years. And this year, Serena said, I got tired of being at the same level. And so she's taken over.
Serena got hungry this year.
And they've really taken the women's game over as their own.
Showed me that Venus was hungry this year, Ted, when she was chasing the #1 ranking, because usually they play so few tournaments. But she won in Paris, accepted a wild card to Antwerp the next week, also won that, and then went to, of all places, Dubai. And that's a long trek there, but got to the semis there and then became #1 in the world. was absolutely for the #1 in the world ranking.
And the demoralized Seles, now you can see it serving this game. 3 match points.
That's just too good. She had that one little glitch round of 16, but boy, that was impressive in 57 minutes. 23 winners, only 14 unforced errors, totally dominant.
It is amazing. That man, Richard Williams, Oracene Williams, the mother. Now there are only 2 women left to stop what would be an unthinkable 3rd consecutive slam final between these 2 sisters. Venus gets Amelie Mauresmo, Serena Lindsay Davenport on Friday. And for Monica Seles, no matter how mentally tough he is, that has to be frustrating to get into a quarter and have it be that easy for Venus, who is standing by with Michael Barkhead.
All right, Teddy, thanks a lot. Venus, 57 minutes. How do you feel about this one tonight?
Well, I don't think Monica played her best today. I know she was expecting to play better. And so windy out here made it more difficult, but I am happy to be through to the semifinals.
I'm sure you are. 6th straight semifinal here. We talked about the fact that you elevate your game as you go through. Is your approach different now as you hit the semifinals and then the finals?
Well, I had a really tough quarterfinal, and I was really blessed to be here in this. A tough 4th round. I was blessed to be in the quarterfinal, so now I'm in the semis, and I'd like to take it a step further.
I'm sure you would. Amelie Mauresmo awaits. You are 4-0 against her. What problems might she present for you?
She's a very speedy player, very powerful, and she's had a great result this year in Wimbledon and semifinals U.S. Open, so I have to be ready.
And then after that, perhaps Serena in the final?
Perhaps.
Do you talk about that with her?
Not really. You have to win the matches to get there first.
You've been doing that. Thanks a lot. Congratulations. Venus Williams.
Well, Tracy, this weekend, both sisters have a chance for history. Serena trying to win the French, Wimbledon, and the U.S. That hasn't, no active players done that in a row. Venus trying to win 3 in a row here. No one's done that in a quarter century. Either way, the family wins, right?
Hey, what about Amelie Mauresmo?
Well, there
you can't forget about her or Lindsay Davenport. Right. You know, let's not talk about the sisters. There's still those matches to be played.
Now it has been a dominant U.S. Open for Venus and for Serena. And tonight, Venus Williams, she won't get Capriati. Instead, she'll get Amelie Mauresmo on Friday. And Serena will get Lindsay Davenport. So the women's semis are set. Andre Agassi takes the court next. He'll try to get to a meeting with Leighton Hewitt in the men's semis.